Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so I've mentioned before how the September 11th event, psychologically speaking, in which people were trapped in a building, right, and they had nowhere else to go. Um, Basically, here in this Sacramento, we don't have too many. Well, we do have tall buildings, but as far as the countryside goes, that psychological attack of feeling like you have nowhere to go, even if you go outside. So, even when you step outside, the environment, you're missing species, you're missing, the air quality is not so good, the environment is poor. And as I mentioned, there's functional landscaping here to try to promote healthy thinking. And that's why the city of Elk Grove was incorporated. But people have misused that, ladies and gentlemen. So, in this particular situation that I am in, how can I articulate what is going on? So, right now, my Aunt Gloria is working outside, doing yard work like she normally does. That's how she stays healthy. And she does that not only for herself, but to promote that, to promote active lifestyle, even in your old age. And she's in her 80s, so everybody that is younger than her, we all try to keep the old people safe, even though we don't know exactly how we're doing that or how. So what I'm saying is that in this situation, by me staying here right now and guarding my Aunt Gloria, I can have negative feedback from the law enforcement or the police here in my local jurisdiction, because they can say that I am taking away their job of protecting my Aunt Gloria. So they can say they can bring in robbers, bring in bullies, bring in people to make my job more difficult, right? So for me to say that I'm not taking their job away, I go to the store, get a beer, come back, right? So they have at least something to do. Who is they? Not the people that are my opposition, but those that have fallen and are following the direction of these authority figures that are blindly leading people to become biological zombie robot demons. So this is for the new cadets and people like that, so that way if they're passing by in their squad car or whatever bicycle, whatever they do, that they have at least something to look out for. Like they feel like, not only do they feel like they have a purpose, but I thank you because you are helping look out for my Aunt Gloria. But you also have to know that there are other people that are competing for that. So they're competing to look out for her because my cousin is in the politics and whatever drama, right? So that drama brings in money, brings in all kinds of social programs that are not part of the conception of social safety that we're trying to protect. So instead of protecting the actual social safety of a wholesomeness, what we're doing is we're protecting a social program of like casino circus type gambling, money being thrown around, like this type of economy. And we're falsely believing that this is how cities and civilizations should work. So our kids are growing up in the city, going to school, and just being a part of this. They're subliminally, subconsciously participating in this gambling, so I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here, that I'm not trying to take anybody's job away by loving my Aunt Gloria, by just being here and looking out for her, you see? And just for the fact that I take care of my parents, that does not mean that other people should feel disenfranchised or feel like I'm taking their job away. So what is left is that people have built things on top of the backs of our family that they need to be there to protect that, to protect their interests. So these are people this is like parasitical programs, ladies and gentlemen, things that have built and emasticized themselves on top of like our family lifestyle, so, and our rate of reproduction. So my rate of reproduction, you could say, ladies and gentlemen, because like I said, There's a big age gap between my father, my mother, and myself. So my perspective is different. And there are others that can use my perspective. And there are people that don't want my perspective to be out, ladies and gentlemen. So that's where that saying goes. Some people pay to have journalists. Some people pay not to have journalists. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, I was born in 1994 and in this real estate development since 1996, and genuine education till second grade, Raymond Case Elementary School, in which that's when September 11th, 2001 happened, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully things start to make sense and we can figure out what's going on. Not just myself, but everybody. So that way people don't have so much leverage to use fear on other people. Thank you for listening.